Begin with your feet in mountain pose, about hip width distance apart. Interlace your hands behind the skull well. Press the back of the skull into the hands. Widen your elbows, widen your collarbones. Take about 3 more slow and calm breaths here, directly into the low back lungs. One more slow breath. Inhale, narrow the elbows to the midline as you lift the chest, maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, round your way forward one vertebra at a time. You lower down to Uttanasana. Again, like that. Inhale, navel to spine, round your way up. Lift the elbow tips, lift the chest. Exhale, keep the knees soft and buoyant as you roll all the way back down. Inhale, lift up, elbows together. Exhale, chin to chest as you roll down. Segment the spine, one vertebra at a time. Once more, you'll inhale, chin to chest, round your way up. And at the top, just exhale, open the elbows wide, press the back of the skull into the hands, palms wide. And we'll take 3 circles with the trunk around to the right first. So as you exhale, lead with your left elbow as you side bend to your right. Continue down through a forward fold, and then up around to the left, leading with the right elbow as you come up and over at the top. Again, like that, exhale, left elbow leads the way as you side bend right, pass through Uttanasana, and then right elbow as though it's magnetized, going up and over. And take one more circle like that. There's no real right way to do this. Just explore the spiral of the spine. And once you get to the top, you'll take 3 circles in the opposite direction. Same idea. Try not to be too rigid or stiff in the feet, the toes, or the hips. Let the hips and legs respond naturally to the movement of the trunk. Soften any gripping in the toes. Slacken the jaw. And come to the top. Pause a moment. And then you'll release the arms. And grab your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can do all of this very well without them. Maybe you use a thick book or nothing at all would be just fine. Place the blocks on the lowest height up in the corners of your mat, and then you're going to step up on the right block with your right foot and hover the left foot. Come to Utkatasana, chair pose. See that the left foot is, as best as you can tell with your proprioception, hovering in line with the right. And then on your inhale, you'll come back into a high lunge. And then pausing here a couple of breaths. Keep the hands and wrists alert, participating, but not gripping. And when you breathe in, you'll straighten through your right leg, lift the back heel up high. Exhale, twist to your right, bend the right knee, open the arms to a T. Cross your left hand outside of your right knee and sweep your right arm up alongside the right ear. And let there be a strong pressure between the left hand and the outer right knee. From here, this is a little precarious, but you're going to open up into Virabhadrasana 2. Right foot is still on the block. Once you have your legs and feet situated, take your time. You'll hook the thumbs overhead, spread the palms and the fingers wide, and then try to pick up the whole rib basket, especially the sides and back of the ribs. Inhale, straighten your right leg, shorten the stance a bit. Don't lose any length in the spine as you float open into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take a couple of breaths. Turn to lower your hands on the block and straighten the right leg. You'll slide the right heel down onto the mat, but keep the ball of the right foot up on the back edge of your block. And then internally rotate from the top of your right thigh bone, outer thigh to the inner thigh. This kind of brightens up or electrifies the lower outer right leg. And then you'll step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Inhale, lift the heels, look at the belly, and round forward, leading with the back of the heart into plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees. Breathe in, cow spine. Exhale into cat. Lead with the back of the heart again as you inhale, round forward and up into an up dog position in the trunk, but keep the knees down, hands on the blocks, push the blocks away. Exhale, child's pose, extended child's pose. Keep the arms strong. Maybe you crawl the fingertips a little further away. Breathe in, come forward to hands and knees, and you'll exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Without opening the hip, exhale, bend the knee. Then take 3 big circles here with the right thigh. If you hear any clicking or popping, then maybe you've gone too far. So stay within your range of motion. And then you'll go 3 circles in the opposite direction. Keep the left hip very stable, the trunk very stable. Try to isolate the movement just to the right femur bone. The next time you breathe out, draw the knee towards your nose and then step your right foot inside the right block. Drag your left shin underneath you, sit back, rock back, come up to stand, leading with the right foot without using your hands. We'll meet in mountain pose. Step your left foot up onto the lowest height block. Inhale, Utkatasana, hovering the right foot equidistant from the floor, in line with the left. Tip forward and reach the right foot back into a high lunge very slowly. Take a couple of breaths here. You might even put a little bend in the back knee. Try not to get stuck or frozen. Stay fluid, watery even in the hips. When you inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, open twist to the left. Bend your left knee. Hook your right hand outside of the left knee. The left arm will sweep up alongside your left ear. And then press well right hand into left knee, and vice versa. Now take your time as you move into Virabhadrasana 2. The left foot remains on the block. Try not to grip the toes. Hook the thumbs, opposite thumb behind this time. And then use the hooking of the thumbs to help you lift the arm bones, lift the side waist. Inhale, shorten the stance, straighten your left leg. Exhale, float into Trikonasana, triangle. Another breath or two here. Square your chest to the floor, plant your hands, and again you'll drag the left heel down now to the mat. Keep the ball of the left foot up on the block. And then pivot your left heel out so you're internally rotating the leg, almost like a pigeon toe. And I like to sway my hips a little bit here, let the jaw be soft. Some space and awareness in the outer lower left leg. Step back into down dog on your exhale. Take another breath, hips high. And on your inhale, lift the heels and round forward into plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Breathe in, cow spine. Exhale, cat. Lead with the back of the heart as you come forward into an up dog variation. Knees stay down. And then you'll take 3 shoulder circles here. Push the floor away each time you lift the heart up. You'll go in the opposite direction 3 times. Move slowly and enjoy the flossing of the shoulder girdle. We'll meet back in child's pose. Just a breath here, soften the belly, widen the forehead. Inhale forward to hands and knees. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. And pause a breath. Inhale your left leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, keep the hips square. And 3 big circles with the left leg. Remember to stay within your range of motion. And then you'll take 3 circles in the opposite direction. Right hip is very quiet, shoulders are quiet and still. On your next exhalation, draw your left knee forward and then step the foot inside the left block. Tuck your right shin underneath you, sit behind the right shin, rock back, no hands come up to stand. I have to reach forward when I'm doing it. Mountain pose, Tadasana. And you can move your blocks off to the side. Inhale your way into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, tip forward, left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, twist to the right. Cross your left hand outside the right knee as you breathe in, right arm up alongside the right ear. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, adjust your feet. Inhale, straighten the right leg, hook the thumbs, lift up. Exhale, stay long as you open Trikonasana, triangle. Breathe in, low lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg, flex the foot. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, back to down dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, lift the heels, round forward to plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Breathe in, cow spine. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, round the spine forward and up to up dog, still with the knees down. Exhale, right to Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward, low lunge. Tuck the left shin underneath you, sit back. Rock your way forward. Inhale to mountain pose. Pause. Inhale, chair Utkatasana. Exhale your right leg back, high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, twist to the left, cross your right hand outside the left knee, and you'll breathe in, left arm alongside the ear. Exhale, open Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten the left leg, opposite thumb. Exhale, float Trikonasana. Inhale, low lunge to the left foot. Exhale, straighten your left leg, flex the left toes off the floor. Inhale, rebend your left knee. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, round forward plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Rounding forward, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step to the left thumb. Tuck your right shin underneath you, sit back, and then rock forward, reach the hands forward. Breathe in, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, go up and over to forward fold, Uttanasana. Stay here about 10 breaths in any arm variation you'd like. After this forward fold, you'll have a couple of minutes for self-guided practice on your own. I'll be doing some variations of Surya Namaskar A or Sun Salutations, but I won't narrate them, so you can watch the screen if you'd like to follow along. Otherwise, move on your own in any way that feels nurturing to you. You could take moon salutations, sun salutations, maybe child's pose. Sometimes I like to just lie flat on my belly and breathe well into the low back. So here you go for a couple of minutes on your own. In about 2 or 3 breaths, meet me at the front edge of your mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. Stand tall in mountain pose. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hop lightly into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step to your right thumb. Breathe in either warrior one or high lunge. Breathe out low lunge as you tuck your left shin back behind you. Sit back. Inhale, rock back into plow pose. Exhale, rock forward, lead with your right foot. Sneak the left foot down. Exhaling, you'll breathe in, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, light hop to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Breathe in, Virabhadrasana 1 or high lunge. Exhale, low lunge. Tuck your right shin underneath you. Rock back as you breathe into plow pose. Exhale, rock forward. Come to stand, no hands, mountain pose. Breathing in, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hop lightly to down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step between the hands this time. Breathe in, warrior 2. Breathe out, low lunge. Tuck your left shin under, sit back. You'll inhale into plow. Exhale, rock forward. Stand mountain pose, breathing in, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, light hop to down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, low lunge. Tuck the right shin underneath you. Sit back. You'll inhale to plow. Exhale, rock forward, leading with the left foot. Stand tall in mountain. Breathe in, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, lightly hop, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step to the right thumb. Inhale, hover in warrior 3. Keep the right knee bent. Just pause, be buoyant in the right leg. As you exhale, tuck the left shin underneath you. Sit back, no hands. Inhale, plow pose, rock back. Exhale, rock forward, lead with your right foot. Mountain, breathe in, chair. Breathe out, Uttanasana. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, lightly hop, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step to the left thumb. Inhale, hover in warrior 3. Keep the left knee bent. Pause here, breathe. On your exhale, no hands. Tuck the right shin underneath you. Inhale, rock back, plow. Exhale, rock forward, leading with the left foot. Mountain pose. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain. Pause here, take a couple calm breaths. Breathe calmly into the heart center and breathe out. Forward fold and grab your blocks. Place one block on the lowest height underneath the ball of the left foot. So we've sort of done something similar earlier, but this time you'll turn the leg out from the top of the thigh bone, external rotation, just to get a slightly different opening in the lower left leg. You might sway the hips a little side to side. Breathe well. And now turn the block so it's going long ways. You're going to stand up on that block with your right foot as you did earlier. Place the other block on the highest height in front of you where you would want it for half moon. Come to chair pose, using again the proprioception to keep the left foot hovering in line with the right. And slow motion, reach your way back into Virabhadrasana 1 this time. If this isn't good for your knee or your ankle of the back foot, you take high lunge again. And then hook the thumbs, spread the fingers and palms, lift the side waist as you descend your outer right hip. Press well through the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, straighten through your right leg, lift the chest, find a gentle back bend. And exhale, twist to your right, open the arms to a T. Same variation. Cross your left hand outside of the outer right knee. Right arm up alongside your right ear, but this time the whole sole of the back foot is down on the floor if possible. press through the pinky edge of the foot, wrapping the outer right hip back. Any arm variations you'd like from here. Just about one more breath. Unravel here into Virabhadrasana 2. It'll just be a quick visit in Vira 2. Adjust your feet well. Then float your way into Trikonasana triangle pose. Any arm variation. This will be about a breath or so. Now look down to the floor, bend your right knee, take your time, half moon Ardha Chandrasana with the right foot still on the block. And then once you're there, play with where your left leg is in space. I like to sweep my top leg forward as though I'm about to kick my left knee into my nose. Give your nervous system something new, something you've not done before, and that might help you become more adaptable when new or different circumstances arise. Soften your right knee, land with the left big toe in extended side angle. Sweep the left arm overhead. And then I like to sort of spiral the spine a bit here. As I inhale, I come to an upper back bend. And then as I exhale, I round the spine like a little mini cat pose. You'll plant your left hand down on the mat right under your left shoulder. Yogi toe lock your right big toe if you'd like and extend the leg up towards the ceiling for Vashisthasana, side plank. You're also welcome to any variation of side plank. Maybe you keep the left knee down or the right foot down on the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm over the right ear. Exhale, meet us in an asymmetrical down dog. Right hand is up on the block, left hand on the mat. And then from here, using your inner awareness, hover your left hand up off the floor and try to match it without looking with the height of the right hand. Notice how you need to plug the left shoulder blade into the body. You'll plant the left hand back down. Move your block off to the side. Downward facing dog, both hands down. Inhale, round forward to plank. Exhale, lower the knees. And the rest of the body all the way down to the floor. Kick your heels to your seat. Grab onto the feet. Try not to sickle in the ankles. Hug the inner ankles to your midline. Then as you breathe in, open the knees wide. Feel the glutes turn on. And as you exhale, try to keep the glutes on as you draw the legs back to the midline. Do that twice more. Inhale, widen the knees. Exhale, draw them in, lifting the pelvic floor. You'll release the feet back on the bottom of your next exhale. Make your way to downward facing dog. Pause, another breath. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Slowly breathe in Virabhadrasana 3. Same idea with the right knee very soft. Any arms you like. I like to press my hands into my right thigh to help me wrap my outer right hip back. But then play with opening the left hip and closing it. Nothing too rigid. Without hands, tuck your left knee outside of your right ankle. Come to sit in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Seated spinal twist. Inhale, lift the arms, hook the thumbs, spread the fingers, pick up the back heart. Exhale, get even taller as you twist to your right. Hook the left hand outside of the right knee or leg. Some twisting variation we've been doing. And then about 3 or so breaths here. I like to circle my neck around a little bit. Without using your hands, unravel. You'll come all the way up to stand, all 10 toes pointing to the left edge of your mat as you come to forward fold in Prasarita Padottanasana. This will be about 3 to 5 breaths depending on your pace. If you're sort of hypermobile like I am, hug your sit bones down towards your heels in your forward folds. In Uttanasana at the front edge of your mat, let the arms hang heavy. Maybe you bounce your hips a little bit, unraveling the spine. In your forward fold, place the blocks on your mat, lowest height. Come up to stand. And you'll take a standing back bend. I think of this as sort of a standing Ustrasana or camel pose. Keep the weight back in the heels. Maybe you turn your head side to side. And we'll meet back in the forward fold with the ball of the right foot up on the back edge of the block. And once again, you'll externally rotate the leg this time, but keep the pressure clear and even from the pinky side to the big toe side of the ball of the foot. Maybe you sway the hips a bit, maybe you bend one knee or the other, sort of lighting up the outer lower right leg. This will be your back leg in your Vira 1. Remove the foot from the block, and then you'll set your blocks up lowest height. The block in the upper left corner of your mat will be for your left foot to stand on. And then the second block on the highest height in front of that left corner, ready for half moon. Step up onto the block with your left foot. And then with your feet equidistant from the floor, come to chair pose. Breathe in, send your seat back. Try not to knock your knees. Float your way through a warrior 3 into Virabhadrasana 1. Ground the outer edge of the back foot down. Lift the arms well. And once you arrive, you'll hook the thumbs, opposite thumb behind this time. Spread the palms and the fingers. Press through the pinky edge of your right foot well. Your inhale, straighten the left leg, lift the chest. Get taller as you exhale, twist to the left, open the arms to a T. Cross your right hand outside of your left knee. Sweep the left arm over the left ear. And press through the pinky edge of the foot even more than you think. To help you wrap your outer left buttock back. Any arm variation you took on the first side. A couple more breaths. At the bottom of your next exhale, you'll unravel into a short visit in Virabhadrasana 2. Set up the feet. Inhale, straighten the left leg. You'll tip into Trikonasana triangle pose for a couple of breaths. Begin to prepare for Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Look down. Maybe right hand to your right hip. Bend the left knee. Place your left hand on the left block and float into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. And once you arrive, again, you might play with swinging your right leg out to the right, or any variations you took on the first side. We'll meet back in the regular half moon. Take just about one more breath here. Widen your right collarbone up to the ceiling. And then slow motion bend your left knee, land with the right big toe. Extended side angle. Right arm over the right ear. Press your left thigh away with the forearm and then spiral your heart up to the ceiling if you'd like. A little mini back bend. And then you'll round to a little cat spine. Plant your right hand down under the right shoulder. Yogi toe lock your left big toe. and open into Vashisthasana, side plank variation of your choice. One more breath. Inhale the left arm over the left ear. You'll exhale to an asymmetrical down dog. Left hand on the block, right hand on the mat. Wake up the left side of the body so that you can hover your right hand away from the floor. And eventually you'll move the left block off of the mat, plant both hands down, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift the heels, round forward through plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, kick your heels to the seat. You'll exhale, grab the feet and draw the heels in towards your seat, hugging the legs gently to the midline. You can stay just as you are, or maybe you kick the shin bones back to lift you up into a back bend. Just a couple breaths, maybe you rock back and forth, side to side. Lower down to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, you'll step the foot to your left thumb. Inhale, hover, warrior three. Choose the same arms you did on the first side. Play with rotating the right leg open and then closed. Without using your hands, tuck the right knee outside of your left ankle. Come to sit. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Lift the arms up, hook the thumbs, opposite thumb behind. Drop the sit bones down through the floor. Inhale, lift the wrists, lift the elbows, lift the armpits. Get even taller as you exhale, twist left. Hook your right forearm or hand outside of the left knee. And then find the rotation of the spine from the deep muscles around the spine rather than cranking your way into the twist with your right arm. A couple more breaths. Without using your hands, unravel. Turn all 10 toes to the right side of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. You have time here if you'd like to invert. You might just bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you sway the hips. If your legs are lifted, begin to lower them down. Take your time. Come through a flat back on your breath in. Exhale, come all the way down to sit. Go lower down onto the back. Move your props out of the way. You'll need some space around the edges of your mat. Bend your knees and plant your feet flat on the floor. Shift your hips a little bit over to your left and drop your knees over to the right. I like to put a blanket or a thin bolster in between my knees. Reach your left arm out to the left as far as you can, and then start to trace a half circle overhead until you end up in the fetal position on your right side. And then you'll retrace that line going back where you came from. Circle the arm up and over, reach the arm bone out of the socket gently. And then do that about 2 more times in each direction. You'll feel a natural point where the palm will flip up to the ceiling or back down to the floor. Let that just happen naturally. Think of this as a little bit of therapy for the left shoulder. Now the next inhalation, reach through your left foot like someone's grabbing your left ankle and round your way up to sit in a wide Janushirsasana. The head will be the last to arrive in the seat. And then you might just stay upright, you might forward fold. I'm just starting to forward fold again in a shape like this since I've nursed myself back from a hamstring injury. So this might not be for everyone. For me, as a hypermobile person, I keep a tension between my sit bones and a hugging in of the left thigh into the socket. But if you're feeling like a stiffer person, you might soften a bit more than that. Now on your inhale, plant your right hand back behind you and lift up onto your right shin bone. And you can sweep the left arm over the left ear. I really don't think there's any right or wrong alignment to this. It feels good in my body. Open up the left side, open up the fronts of the hips gently. Eventually you'll come back down to sit. Now use your right hand to guide you back down where you came from onto the right side. In a supine twist once again. You can do it as you did the first round on this side, or this time straighten the top leg, your left leg, and grab the outer edge of the foot with your right hand. And then you could stay like that, or also grab the top of the right foot with the left hand sort of underneath you. Make your way out of this, back through the fetal position, and then come on to the back, plant the feet flat down on the mat. Flick your legs up towards the ceiling, and then drop the heels down towards the seat. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, heels to seat. Do that a couple more times. Just playing with the weight of the leg bones as the heels plummet down towards the floor. And then the next time the legs are up, keep them there. And then you'll scrunch the toes in as you turn your toes in towards one another like pigeon toe. And then spread the toes as you widen the toes apart like duck feet. You can do that a couple times. Eventually lower the feet down onto the floor. And you'll lift up into a half wheel pose. Hover the hips up off the floor. Sweep your arms up alongside the ears. Stay as you are or sway the hips a little side to side. Eventually lower the seat back down onto the mat. And we'll take this series on the other side. Shift your hips a little to the right, lower the knees off to the left, maybe put a blanket or a bolster between them. Then open the arms wide to a T. Reach your right arm as far away from you as you can as you begin to circle the arm up and overhead until you come to a fetal position on the left side. And then you'll retrace your steps, sending the right arm and hand away from you as you come back up and over. You'll take that about 2 more full passes there and back. And try to keep the hand connected to the floor as best you can. The next inhalation, you'll reach with your right toes, your right ankle. The leg straightens as you come up, almost like you're coming out of Shavasana into a wide Janushirasana. Plant both sit bones heavy. And then take any variation here you'd like. Another breath or two here. And you'll come up to sit. Plant your left hand back behind your left hip and rise up onto the left shin. Plant your right foot down. And then you might circle the right arm. Anything that feels interesting to you here. Come back to sit. Use your left hand to guide you back down to the floor in a twist. You'll straighten your right leg this time if you choose and grab the outer edge of the foot with your left hand. And then the right hand will reach down and grab the left foot underneath you. Try to unravel the heart up towards the ceiling. I like to keep my top foot away from the floor, hovering. Take another breath here. Open the collarbones. You'll release out of that. Back first through the fetal position on the left side. Then roll onto the back. Plant your feet flat. Take the legs up. Drop the heels heavily down to the seat. Again, legs up and drop. Legs up and drop. Once more. Plant your feet flat in front of you. Take a couple of minutes to make any last movements you'd like before we settle into Shavasana. Take about 10 minutes here in your Shavasana. Adjust your arms and legs as you like. Slacken the jawline, release the tongue. Soften your eyes. Soften the skin of the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. And rest well.